Hi, I'm Jenn, the Holistic Health Boss, your functional diagnostic health practitioner and expert. And in this video, I'm here to tell you more about how to prevent health setbacks during and after travel so that you can always feel your best no matter where you are in the world. Now, if you're anything like me, then traveling is a big part of your life, whether it's for work, vacation, or both. In fact, this summer has been packed with travel for me. I've been to Sedona, Vegas, Maui, and Mexico already, and I'm due to depart for Palm Springs and Portugal in the coming weeks. Now, as much as I love traveling, it used to completely wipe me out and set my health back. But now I know how to do it differently so I can feel as good, if not better, upon my return than when I left. Now, you probably don't normally notice the true toll that traveling takes on your body because if it's work related, you tend maybe just to see it as just part of the job, and so you continue to push through it. And maybe if it's vacation related, well, then it must be all good, right? Because you're quote unquote relaxing on vacation. But traveling is a type of stress that we just don't typically address. Think about it. How many times have you come home from a trip and maybe you have come down with the worst cold or flu that you've ever had? Maybe you felt extremely exhausted even if your trip was a vacation, or you've possibly had a flare-up of muscle or joint aches and pains or other health issues. You've struggled to get your sleep back on track, noticed that your weight shot up, or experienced a relapse in your autoimmune symptoms, anxiety, skin breakouts, and other health issues. These are all signs of the stress that your body experienced while you were traveling. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love traveling and I would never give it up. Over the years though, I noticed the toll it took on my body too, and the proactive actions that I could take to prevent a health setback, and that is what I'm going to be sharing here with you. Stress is anything that places a burden on your body, resulting in inflammation, which leads to any of the health issues that you might encounter along your life. Stressors can include the foods that you're eating that aren't right for your body, getting inadequate sleep, over or under exercising, emotional or physical stress, toxins that you encounter, and hidden stressors such as parasites, bacteria, or yeast overgrowth going on in the digestive system, hormone imbalances, liver congestion, and much more. The not so obvious but typical types of stress when you encounter when traveling are things like having fewer options for food and water quality, not so supportive beds or environments that negatively impact your sleep quality, sitting for prolonged periods of time or getting less movement in general, dehydration from flying or not being in your normal routine, crossing time zones and messing with your natural hormone balance, and an abundance of toxins circulating in the air in airports and hotels and even Airbnbs. These stressors can add up quickly while you're traveling. As your stress load increases, it can suppress your immune system, making you more susceptible to getting sick, disrupting your natural hormone balance, which drains your energy and mood, overloading your liver, causing a backup of toxins in your body, and destroying your digestive system, resulting in digestive upset. Now, you may not have complete control over these travel time stressors, but you can reduce their impact on your body when you take the right steps. So that's why in this video, I want to help you to identify the toll that travel might be taking on your body, and then provide you with proactive tips that you can take to prevent a health setback so that you can feel like your best self always, before you leave for your trip, after you leave for your trip, and while you're on your trip. Now, in the game of living a healthy life, the key to your success is not living in a bubble and avoiding all the unhealthy things, but the trick is learning to navigate life differently so your body and health are just more supported. As I already pointed out, there are quite a few types of stressors you are typically encountering while traveling. Some might be within your control and some are not within your control. Now, instead of stressing about finding the perfect place, food, and toxin-free environments while traveling, here are some simple steps that I take and that you can take too in order to proactively support your body and prevent any other health setbacks. The first area is prioritizing food and water. Tip number 1 is to make eating gluten and dairy free your number 1 priority to reduce inflammatory food factors. Tip number 2 here is to increase your water intake 1 day before and while traveling to prevent dehydration. And tip number 3 is to be mindful of your alcohol intake. If tired or jet lagged, opt for a mocktail instead. Now the next area is sleeping soundly. Tip 1 is at night to set your room at 68 degrees for optimal sleep temperature. 2 is to cover all ambient lights such as alarm clocks and smoke alarms and tightly seal those curtains shut. And my ninja trick is to pack electrical tape to cover all of these little lights in a room and to seal those curtains shut. Tip number 3 here is to get sunlight exposure upon waking to balance your circadian rhythm and hormones. The next area is reducing physical stress. Tip number 1 is to stretch, stretch, and stretch daily and intermittently on the plane for long flights. Tip number 2 is to opt for less intense exercise such as walking or yoga. And tip number 3 here is to schedule a massage, acupuncture, or chiropractic adjustment within 1 day of returning home. The next area is to decompress and revitalize. The first tip here is to pack a lavender essential oil to use anytime you need to unwind throughout your trip. Tip number 2 is to start and or end your day with a cycle of deep breaths, meditation, or journaling. And tip number 3 here is to schedule some time at the spa or book a massage to relax and restore your body. Now the next section is to tone down toxins. Here you want to pack maybe a travel size salt lamp to help reduce allergens and negative ions. 2 is to drink purified bottled water only. Some of my favorite brands are Fiji, Life Water, and Essentia. And look for glass bottled water such as Pellegrino when you're at restaurants. And number 3 is to get in touch with nature. Open the windows as much as possible, get outside daily, and even put your bare feet in the grass or the dirt to offset toxin exposures. I love helping my coaching clients learn how to navigate life differently like this so that they can enjoy traveling and have their ideal health and weight at the same time. And I want you to be able to do that too. If you're a busy, health-minded professional who travels a ton and wants to learn how to support your body better while doing it, then I would recommend that you follow me closely over on Instagram to catch all of my travel tips with my upcoming trips. All right, I hope you found this video incredibly insightful. I'll see you in the next video.